This podcast is part of the Pull Up a Chair podcast network. Let's build community through connection, conversation, and collaboration.
Welcome to Off the Dice.
Welcome to Off the Dice. Usually we do have a drink during the show, but
we like to start it drinking.
We're just going to start it that way. Man, that went right to my head.
Uh-oh. This is going to be...
Well, welcome. I'm very excited today because we've been trying to have this guest on here since we started. There's a couple guests that we have tried to have on our show since the beginning. This is one of them.
Years, right?
And he's also the one that we've rescheduled the most.
It's like a curse.
Like by far. We're talking like... He's like the Michael Jordan of rescheduled.
Yeah.
We've rescheduled him more than anybody else, and it's just because of timing. And we're human beings.
Yeah.
We are not just amazing, beautiful faces that you see on the screen and beautiful voices that you hear on podcasts.
Speak for yourself.
I said we.
Yeah.
I said we. I'm really speaking for you guys because,
rude.
Well, I'm speaking because you guys are the beautiful ones. Because I feel like we were talking about this just right before the podcast. I was mentioning that. See something flying in front of my face. Get out of there. How I don't, because I run around and do a lot of things during the day, and I have a lot of. What do they call layers or facets that I'm involved in?
You're an ogre?
Yeah, I do a lot of different things. So I don't look in the mirror as often as I should. And then when I get on a video call like this or something like this, I go, oh dear. What? Like, yeah, like what's that on my face? Why do I have something dripping down my
mustard?
shirt?
I ate a hot dog yesterday. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the first time you see yourself in weeks.
Yes. I was like, I go up to hug my wife a couple times a day and she goes, what's on your shirt now? Like that happens constantly. I was like, I don't know. I tried to get a drink of water and I don't even know what that is.
Something happened. Anyways,
yes.
Who are you, oh dear guest?
Who am I? I am Marvin Davis.
Oh, cool. Good to know. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all we get to know. Yep.
And
podcast over. No, just we'll get to know a little bit more about you here shortly.
Yeah, no problem.
we got to learn about other things real quick.
Yeah, like all these things. So, Rysa, hit us up on what is this off the dice thing that we do?
It's a game show, but it's not a game show, and it's we talk, but we don't. We drink a lot, and the main goal is to get to know you just a little bit better, and just to have a lot of fun. So, do you want to just hop right into this doody-da?
Let's do this. Marvin, are you ready for? I mean, yes, you just said your name is Marvin Davis, but nobody cares what that means until the show goes on. And by the end, they'll be going, oh my God, who is this Marvin guy?
And then heads explode. Tequila shots everywhere.
Yes.
Help. Yeah.
There's rum and tequila.
Rum.
And people in the fetal position sucking their thumb in the corners.
Wondering what's happening. Yeah.
We've seen this. I've been there.
Firsthand.
Many times. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's normally me. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's totally fine.
I watch. Yeah.
Let's do this. That's your best friend. It's like if you're gonna take care of me for the night, at least keep the camera rolling. You know,
for evidence.
Yeah, we just gotta know.
Yes.
We gotta know this really didn't happen. So yeah, Marvin, let's play this little game here. We do play a game on our podcast, and we do call it Off the Dice. The idea is for you. To kind of build a character, but the character happens to be you. Character creation.
Yeah, it's not who you want to be or who you think you should be.
It's who I am right now.
It's right now. Yeah, not 2 seconds ago. Not now. It's now, but not
Yes. I mean, it could be at any time in your life, but we don't care about that. We care about you right now as a person.
Right now.
Yeah, only right now. We're not therapists, for God's sakes. Do you want? I'll start off with the first one, if that's okay.
Do your Jim Jam.
Okay. Here's what we do. we're going to create a character, and that character is you. So you're going to tell us what you would score yourself on your attributes. So we have a few attributes to go before we go into the game. The way to do that is on a scale of 1 to 20. So we basically did like a D20, a dice with 20 sides in case somebody's listening that doesn't know what a D20 is. But 1 through 20. First thing, you don't get to roll a die, but you get to go ahead and tell us what your number would be. So, Marvin, rate yourself in charisma 1 to 20. 20 being the highest.
20 being the highest. Let's see.
Mm-hmm. It just depends.
Got it.
Math.
15.
Hey.
I rate myself that because I used to be a shy person. Like, I really didn't talk to people at all. But through the recent years, and I attribute this to going to college, and up to now, I've broken out of my shell, like, I don't know, amazingly.
Nobody's biz.
Once before I didn't really want to talk to anybody, but now I crave conversation. Like, if nobody's talking, it's like, all right, I'll start off. Sure.
Yeah. You know what? That's a good thing.
And it's the way I agree with you 1,000,000,000% on this because you're one of the first people I met in the community here in Sacramento.
Yeah,
when it came to the gaming community. Yeah, years ago.
Sacktown.
And the Sacktown. So, I just did that. I just broed out. What happened?
I like super broed.
But with Marvin, there's a thing that you have that because I feel like personally I have a learned decent high amount of charisma, but mine can get annoying.
You always have to have someone to scale you back.
Yeah, so to reel me in. You have a charisma that's very comforting. And I have to
comforting charisma.
Yes, I really, really do. I know that's only my personal opinion. I am no ologist of any sort, whatever you want to call it, sociologist. So I didn't even say that right.
Ooh, nice! That tequila hit good.
Yeah, it did. I slurred all my consonants into one. But no, realistically, you have this comforting feeling around you. That when somebody starts to speak, you're going to tell them your honest opinion, and it's not offensive or telling the other person that they should change.
You have a high gravitational pull.
Yes, you really do, and that's not just been experienced by me because you've been part of what we do here at Time to Tabletop since the beginning. Since we did our first thing, I think in 2016, 2017, we were doing stuff. But no, I agree with that. It's a whole different type of charisma than I use, and I admire that from you. So 15, we have you at a charisma of 15.
Yes. But how
we're not done.
How would you rate your brains? Same scaling.
My brain's intelligence.
Dim smarts. However you word it, yes.
Yeah, screw it. Put it at a 16.
Hey, all right.
Screw it.
We're making a character, so I don't know if it's time
it's
to
be you.
or anything.
It's you, sir.
You. Yeah, and
it's
I kind of agree with that. Yeah, you got the knowledge to pay the bills.
It's like I read the news every day, so I like to imagine that I keep up with current events and everything. And like when
you wake up and just read the news?
Yes, I am a journalism major.
That's kind of your gym jam. Yeah.
Yeah, so even if I'm not writing an article or everything, I make a point to read the news every single day, so I know what's up.
Yeah, I have a hard time doing.
Oh, see, yeah, I
read it later in the day, but like that instant, like wake up, read news.
I do. I have that tendency also, trying to stay connected with all the stuff that I do, I guess. But yeah, I can see that about you. I was like, you are decently connected with everything that's going on around, whether you have a strong opinion or not. it's really nice to see. So, okay, so we have a
16.
charisma of 15 and a brain of 16.
Yep.
Okay. We have one more attribute to build this Marvin character, whoever this is.
That's so Marvin.
Yeah, that's so Marvin. Man, that is the show we want to see, the Raven spinoff. That's so
Oh, no.
Marvin.
Is that supposed to happen?
Hopefully now with That's So Marvin. No, there's talk of it. There
So
is
long
talk
as
of
it's
it.
not Marvin in the house, I'm good.
Right. So, yeah, let's go into the
Okay.
next one here. Our last attribute is dexterity. Scale of 1 to 20, Marvin. How would you rate
Dexterity.
yourself on dexterity?
This one's going to be lower than the others.
Like straight out the gate. Well, this is not looking so good.
13.
13.
Spicy.
That's solid.
Yeah, that's
I'd
still
rate
not
that
bad.
because I suck at running. I've never really been able to run a mile without putting myself out of breath. But on the other hand, I've noticed I'm surprisingly limber. Like I can do that thing where it could touch.
Oh, I can't do that.
The arm thing?
When you can touch your hands behind your back. Oh, so no.
I can only do that with one direction, not the other direction.
I'm the only one in my house that can't.
That's because you're a
On
grandpa.
either, no, that's just how this dude was built weird. I was not built well.
Can you touch your toes at least?
If I stretch a little bit, if I've gone to a good session of like jujitsu or yoga,
Good sesh.
yeah, if I've had that, and then I was forcibly bent in half during a fighting session. So yeah, now I can do it.
I without my wanting became pretzel, so here we are.
This is like,
yeah.
I guess we could do it voluntarily now.
Yeah.
No, but that's
Hey.
amazing because
Yeah.
so you're a little bit bendy,
Bendy but not runny.
but not runny.
Yeah, I'm a big dude, so don't count on me to run like a marathon or anything.
Big.
But count on you to bend.
but
To
not
bend,
runny.
yes.
I was like, is that like a way you like your eggs, like a little bendy
I like
but
my
not
eggs
runny,
bendy.
but not runny?
or is it like the crocodile hunter?
Oh,
Bendy? Yeah. Okay, that was a long stretch.
But not
Anyways, okay.
what's it? The
I hope she's not. Anyways, okay, so that's you, character creation. Cool. We're going past all that.
Yes,
All right.
we have a
So-
character.
Yes. Before we hit round one, I just
What?
want to take a quick drink stop. What are we drinking tonight, everybody?
Drink
Let's
stop.
go.
We started. We
stop.
started with a shot.
I know, but we need more.
okay.
So
Let's shout
who's-
out.
Who's drinking? Yeah, Scoot, what you drinking?
Oh, let's
Yeah,
go
what
right
you
there.
drinking?
I mean, we can put it on video, but everybody out there that's listening, I am
yeah.
drinking an Easy A. Easy A is from Campus Brewing here in Sacramento. I gotta say, I like to find staple IPAs here in Sacramento because
Isn't
that's
that the like super IPA that they have right now?
what do you mean by super?
I don't remember. I lost the word.
Like super agile, like it can touch its hands behind its back, or
No, like super bendy.
super bendy. No, I like to find local breweries that have an IPA that I will always go back and order. And
Double IPA. That's the word I was looking for. Just
oh no, this is just a single. This is a 6.6%.
spicy, man.
But you know, I find other breweries that have like the one that I always look for, and they just kind of rebranded themselves there. And this Easy A has become my staple when I go down to Campus Brewing with Peter down there. So it's Peter and David have really stepped up and done some cool stuff there at Campus Brewing, which they used to be called YOLO Brewing, but they are Campus now. So go and check that out because it's something Sarah picked up, my wife picked up the other day. But ever since they started this one, I was like, that's my beer choice when it comes to Campus Brewing, which is like 10 minutes from here. So,
Easy.
all right, party on. And we're not sponsored by these guys at all. I just, I like
I just like them.
I like promoting people and stuff.
Yeah.
Beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. What you got, Marvin?
All right. This thing I picked up in my fridge, Captain
Ooh.
Morgan's Loco Nut, an explosive coconut shot with Caribbean rum, coconut liquor, spice, and natural flavors. And funny thing about this is the last memento I have of my time working at Walmart. It's been in my fridge for about 2 years now.
Nice.
Jeez.
That's nice and delicious.
So your escape route is that bottle.
I love it.
Pretty much. And honestly, thinking about it, my time at Walmart wasn't exactly bad, but it's not something I'd want to go through again.
Kind of locos like that?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I think those experiences are essential, though. Those kind of really hard to deal with in the moment. They're kind of essential. I mean, I call it just working retail. In the United States is like one of the worst things in the world. But you're a better person for it, are you not?
Yeah, that was my first. Actually, it was a lot of firsts for me. I had my first job there. It's like first time working overnight. Yeah, I shouldn't have started working overnight at that job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all the way downhill.
Yeah, had my first girlfriend there. And didn't work
You have
out.
a first?
Yeah, but most firsts in everything in life don't work out.
Yeah.
I mean, let's well, hold on. I have a firstborn child, so I probably
we'll
shouldn't
just
say
explain
that.
that one. Yeah.
I shouldn't say that because I just talked to her yesterday, and she sometimes listens to this podcast. She was a guest on the podcast, so I was like, maybe I shouldn't say
Miss
that.
Lady.
Ariel, love you. So sometimes the first does work out.
It super works. Yeah, just kidding. It works all the time if you're a child.
Oh, that's awful. All right, well, let's put it back to you, Rysa.
All right.
What are you drinking?
I'm double fisting.
Good.
I'm double fisting Screwball whiskey, which is a peanut butter whiskey. My newfound obsession. Smells like butter popcorn. Tastes like yes. They're from San Diego.
Tastes like yes.
They taste like yes. It is so good. It's super sweet whiskey. So if you actually like whiskey, you won't like this. But then I'm also drinking the I don't remember the exact name because he just drew a picture on it, but Esteban, who was on the show before, from Tilted Mash, it's a pink lemonade.
Oh, good.
Sour. Yeah, he just drew a picture on it, so I don't remember the actual name, so forgive me. But like
another local brewery,
in Elk Grove.
Yep, and a local group of people that are just trying to make a living and do what they love to do, just like the rest of us. So,
and they're just so amazing. I love them there. Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's what we're drinking.
Great humans down there at Tilted Mash. So again, we're not sponsored by any of these things.
We just like them.
Not at all.
We just like these things. This is what we like, and this is what we like and dislike. Deal with it however you want to. So that's our little interlude from our character creation. Now we are on to round one.
All right.
Round one, sir. So now round one. You've got to fight us with some questions. So Rysa is going to start off and see if you can.
And then I hope you're ready.
Take on round one.
Engaging in fisticuffs. So they're really hard-hitting questions, not as hard-hitting as you may find later, but we only ask.
Oh, you never know.
Yeah. So first off, if you could be a dragon, what color would you be?
Blue, of course.
Oh!
I've already been a dragon.
Oh,
that was like the easiest. Hold on.
Why the blue dragon?
Yeah, now I have to hear the explanation.
I know dragon colors, types, all that stuff, but why would you choose blue?
Okay, so the blue dragon, of course, comes from my character that I played in Generation Hero on Blades in the Dark when we had the first show with Kat, Montolio Igantri, who didn't start out as a dragon, but through the course of the show, somehow became one. And I decided he was blue.
All right.
And he's just basically turned into one of my favorite characters to play on the show.
Love it. Right on.
So, Gantre, this is a little tidbit that he may want to plug a little later. But Marvin definitely. He plays every Tuesday, pretty much every Tuesday. He's kind of a staple of Time to Tabletop's live streams on Tuesdays. So yeah, he has a really amazing character that keeps resurfacing no matter what we do.
Don't you love that?
He keeps coming back for more. So
I have a fun Blue Dragon fact. In my parents' refrigerator for the past probably 12 years, the little mini figurine of a blue dragon from Dungeons and Dragons, it's the fridge dragon. It guards all food in the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
And I had other dinosaurs in the kitchen. They were called the Kitchen Crusaders. Okay, that's it. We're going.
Kitchen Crusaders.
The Kitchen Crusaders, yeah. There was a bunch of dinosaurs. There's like the dry goods dinosaur and the dish dinosaur.
Oh my God.
There you go. Me in a nutshell. There you go, people.
Okay, what? But blue, I always feel like there's certain colors that represent different human beings, and those colors can definitely be, what are they called? Freaking my daughter said it earlier today. But you can put them on a dragon, and that they become that, like your green dragons, your red dragons, blue, silver, gold, white. I always want to be a red dragon.
I don't know if you'd want it, but
I just feel like I'm passionate in that way, and but I probably would end up being like a green dragon. I mean, realistically,
if you went to the dragon tryouts, you would be like, "I'm a red dragon," and then you're like,
you put on the dragon sorting hat, and they're like, "You want to be a red dragon," but they're like,
it's
no.
like not green dragon, not green dragon, and they're like, "Damn it,
green dragon." I really feel like that would be probably somewhere I'd lie.
In a nutshell.
Yeah, we talk about those kind of things a lot here, and it's a weird thing that we talk about in the family. Like, we talk about avatars and dragons and all that kind of stuff. So
I feel like that's just normal everyday talk, but maybe
it should be, but but it's not. Strangely enough, other households, you bring it up and they go, "Oh, what are you talking about?"
Who would ever ask that? And I'm like, me every day. I ask that.
They're like, you know, baseball's starting, right? Why aren't we not talking about baseball? I don't understand.
Okay, Blue Dragon, right on.
All right,
okay.
Blue Dragon. Yes.
Oh, is the next question mine?
Yeah, it's
all right. Oh, here is one that actually, because I printed this out, honestly, and I say this every podcast. I printed this out probably 30 minutes before we started, just so that the questions are a surprise to me also.
It's funny.
That's what I do. But Sarah picked it up. My wife picked it up, and she's like, wow, that's a question that we do not agree on. So the next one here, question number 2 for round 1, Marvin, is would you leave your hometown forever or stay in your hometown forever?
Stay in Sacramento.
Or leave it forever. So either you have to stay in it forever, or you could never come back. You leave it forever. Right? That was an easy one for me. It was like super easy, but I know this is a question for a lot of people. It's like, wow, that's a big cutoff.
You gotta.
That's tough.
Yeah. Explain. Go through your process. What's going on in your brain right now as you're processing this question?
Pros and cons of living.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what are they though?
Well, con for leaving would probably be, leave my friends here. My best friend lives here. I mean, everybody else lives here, Time to Tabletop and everything. Family, most of my family lives here as well. Then again, I've always wanted to travel, I've never really wanted to spend, the rest of my life in Sacramento. I've always wanted to, get out there, experience new things,
Yeah, but on this question, it's like once you leave, you can never come back.
Mm-hmm. Or you stay here
forever. Forever, ever? That was good. That was solid.
Ever.
Right?
I'm 50-50 on this.
It's a tough one. Rysa, what about you? Let's go while you're contemplating there, Marvin. Rysa, because I don't think I've ever heard the answer to this question, because this might be the first time we've asked this question on this podcast.
I'd probably leave hometown forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that sounds super harsh, nothing against Sacramento, but I don't like the weather here.
So this is an easy question for me because Sacramento is not my hometown.
Yeah.
So my hometown is I was born in Billings, Montana, and raised in Columbus, Montana. So it's
you're a Montana boy.
Super easy question for me. Never go back home. It's like easy for me.
Like instantaneous. You're like, nah.
Well, because me as a human being, as soon as I graduated high school, I did everything I could for the 2 years after I graduated high school to get out. So I never had to go back. Did I go back? I went back, I think, twice since I graduated high school. And we're talking that's coming up on 30 years ago. Realistically, guys. So in 2 years, I graduated in 1992. So for 30 years, I've been back twice, I think, once I finally left. For a lot of reasons. But that's pretty easy for me because there's so much to explore out there that one single hometown will never define you as a human being. And this is only my opinion. I would never want to push this on anybody else because people are born and raised in one town and stay there the rest of their lives and they love it. But this dude, I could not do it. So yeah, if I never had to go back, I'm totally fine with it. So now that I answered it, though, Marvin, you've had time to think. You have to make a choice, sir.
Yeah, and I've already made my choice. I'm leaving.
I'm out of here.
On a jet
Thinking
plane.
of everything here, and honestly, I've been wanting to get out of my house for the longest time. Still live with my folks. Can't afford to live anywhere else, really.
The not to get serious, but the living prices in Sacramento alone is the biggest increase in the past 5 years compared to anywhere else in the country.
It's different. It's a whole different. I lucked out being where I'm at right now for the rate that I'm at, but realistically, wow, those numbers are so spot on. There's some weird things going on, but I mean that kind of stuff would change as life goes on. But I always look as like I've said this to even my parents as I've moved around and stuff as I grew up. I moved around a lot, even by myself, without my parents and without other people. You can come see me. I mean, that's kind of, I've never been like off the grid, right? I was like, you can only find Scooter on the dark web. It doesn't happen like that. I was like, I'm always available and I'm always around. I just may not be next door like I used to be. So I think that way. I was like, you can come see me, right, Marvin? I was like, if you're gonna leave, it's like your parents. You go out and be decently successful, and it's like buy your parents a plane ticket. You know,
and it's not like you don't have things right now like Zoom and everything.
Yeah, Zoom.
And in fact, my sister's calling me right now.
See,
so,
sorry, sis.
Like I said,
I'm gonna have to miss the call.
Like I get a FaceTime call randomly from my oldest daughter, and then I get from my other daughter up in Washington, and then just it's like answer the call or check flights. I mean,
we do the thing.
Check flights all the time. We're always checking flights. It's like it's $99. My God, it costs more than that in gas. So.
Yeah, gas be costing money, y'all.
Gas is dangerous.
Gas is dangerous.
Gas is dangerous. Well,
I don't know. I thought it was an easier question, but
it took some thinking.
Yeah, it's a harder hitting question for some. what big.
All right.
whoop.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Now on to an even heavier question. What was the best thing before sliced bread?
What was the best thing before sliced bread?
before, not since.
A loaf of bread.
I was about to say that. Bread itself.
Yeah. Someone like just mixed some mystery yeast and with flour, and they're like, "Wow."
Yes, bread is probably the single best invention mankind has ever had.
Yeah. What's up with that? So good.
I
so
don't
down with
I don't have an argument for that. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, and I'm not a big bread eater. Honestly,
Bread
I'm not.
itself.
I'm sitting there
Nothing-
like rice, beans, right? Rice,
Yeah.
beans,
Get outta here.
potatoes. No, but those
Oh,
are all not man-made. So those are all like, they
Pasta?
were there. So I say, well, but pasta's like a form of bread.
Yes.
It's noodle bread.
Right. I was like, noodle bread. I was like,
Noodle bread.
realistically. So before bread, dang, there's nothing. I can't say anything about that one. Like bread itself.
I like that. The best thing for what was the best thing for sliced bread?
Bread itself.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He loves it. Okay, well, easier said than done. With that, you beat round 1.
Round 1 is finished, sir.
Done your race. Okay.
Marvin, you just slayed. Do people still say that? Slayed?
Yeah. Today is the day to slay. Yeah,
okay,
bro.
today is the day to slay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to choose it.
I love the fact that you... Well, I guess today's the day to slay.
Today's slayed. All right,
With
we
round
slayed.
1 comes round 2.
Round
All
2.
right.
Spicy.
Alright.
Here we go.
And then, so round 2, we got some info about you, and we're gonna ask you about it
No problem.
on the real quick.
The cool thing is we rescheduled this so many times, you probably don't even remember what you said
Yeah,
to our
that's,
questions.
honestly, that's gonna be the best part.
That's the best part.
Yeah, I probably don't remember at all. But all right.
So real quick, why don't you like gum?
Oh,
Okay, so this is going to be a long one. So
he was ready for this.
All right, TLDR.
I absolutely hate gum. I hate having to hear it, especially. I hate having to smell it. I hate having to see it. And I think this all comes from a condition called misophonia, which is like I don't know. It's like when you hear repetitive sounds, like for me, for instance, chewing, especially from gum, and it instills this deep feeling of like intense anger. It's like, will you just close your mouth when you chew? And
You
I've had
should
to
make-
deal with that all through high school, especially. Hated high school, by the way. And it also comes from home life because my dad eats Starburst every single night, and he never closes his mouth when he chews. So the entire hall stinks of Starburst every night.
Oh, you're killing me.
So when you get the whiff of like that Starbursty smell, do you just want to like punch a door?
Well,
No fresh lemon, and like
it's more like this rancid cherry smell.
oh the fake cherries. Okay, I feel it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
And I tried to hold
Marvin.
myself back. I just politely asked, please, could you close your mouth when you chew?
But internally you're just like, yes.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Rysa, you have triggered Marvin.
I can rant about this for the next hour.
I
So
love
we
it.
will.
This is like me ranting about bananas or pandas or celery. So
Oh,
let's go.
but the chewing thing is like, and that is something. What I'm so happy, Rysa, that you brought this up because this I knew about Marvin.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
So this is the one thing
Perfect.
on this list that I actually knew.
You just looked at your go, oh yeah.
Please, I was like, I don't want to bring it up because he knows I know. Because like I said, he's on our Tuesday night show.
Yeah.
Here on our broadcast, and Marvin has kindly asked the person next to him to stop chewing, please.
I do it kindly. I know no one means to do it. They probably
No.
don't even realize they do it.
And
At least you do it kindly.
No,
A lot of
again,
people won't even do that. That's
this
awesome.
goes back to your charisma.
Yeah,
Like,
see,
it's
there you
not
go.
offensive. It's like, dude, because I'm one of those dudes like, dude, that noise is annoying. Stop doing that.
You'd be like, shut up.
Just stop. Or I put my headphones on and blare it really loud because I can't stand your chewing. But Marvin goes, hey, is it okay if you just don't chew gum with your mouth open next to me, please?
Dude, that 15
I've heard him say
hard.
that.
Yeah.
More than 3 or 4 times. I've heard him say it. I was like, So
Yeah,
that's where
you
you're.
don't want to be mean about it. I mean, if you come up with this dude, a 6'5" dude, who's telling you, "Yo, shut up,"
Yeah.
that probably scares somebody.
But you do it with
Straight
such
pooping.
kindness. They were probably like, "Oh yeah, that's. Oh,
Like,
thanks for telling me."
Maybe I am chewing loud.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
know, and
show
like,
them with kindness.
Yeah, see, kindness goes a long way, people.
Yeah.
Make sure you're kind. If
I'm-
someone's mad at you, maybe they're having a bad day.
Yeah, I'm learning that from
No.
Marvin. I'm learning that from my friends, and
You learn that from gum.
yes, from Gum and Marvin.
It
No,
all-
seriously,
It also works in customer
stems from
service as
gum.
well.
Oh God, I love it when they're so mad and you're just like, oh, I'm just so sorry about that, and then they're just so mad and you're like, be mad at me more. I dare you. I'll just be mad.
I wish a motherfucker could.
Yes.
right, dude. Seriously, I hear that in my household so often. Like not the MF word, not motherfucker, but my
I was
wife.
gonna say, you're not gonna say the word.
No, just
Oh.
because I channeled my wife at the moment because she doesn't
Yeah,
cuss.
wait a minute.
She doesn't cuss
wait
at
a
all.
minute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back to this discussion later. I just realized she doesn't.
No, she doesn't. But she goes, "Oh, I wish you would." I mean, she says that a lot. I was
Yeah.
like, "You're like, okay, we're gonna go on it." But yeah, that's why I said MF. I was like, I was channeling my inner Sarah.
Anyway,
But no, that was amazing, dude. Because I'm glad that you asked that question, Rysa, because
I love it.
I've appreciated not just his rigid standpoint on chewing gum, but his way to convey that to another human being that's not something I like.
It's such kindness. I very much love it.
And that's amazing.
Great.
I think
Yeah.
if we could do that as a society, things could be a lot better.
Holy
So
hope. Okay.
here's something I did not know that Marvin, that you like. You put down here like of cooking. That is something I did not know about you,
Not
sir.
cooking gum.
No,
Not cooking gum, but
no, not cooking gum.
yeah, for me, I've only started cooking for the past 2 years, I would say. I've always had an interest in it. Like, okay, I don't want to just eat fast food all the time. College kid, ugh, I want to do that. So
Right.
I figured, hey, I could probably make stuff better than this. So I
You
started
can.
making my own burgers.
Oh yeah.
Took my mom's recipe for mac and cheese. It's
I
this-
need it, by the way.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I want it.
Yeah, it's a homemade from scratch recipe where we
Oh.
use cream of mushroom soup in it,
Oh,
and
But-
put a little bit of cayenne pepper in it as
Okay,
well.
before you go on, I'm literally raising my arms and going, "You had me at burgers and mac and cheese."
yeah.
Right now, I'm just like, "I love
That
you,
sounds so
and
good.
we should live together." Sorry.
Whoa.
Keep-
Okay, hold on. Take him on a date first. Wait.
I
Come
feel
on, you
like
got to cook me something first.
Yeah.
oh, I'm an awful cook, so
I was
sorry,
gonna say
bro.
he'll cook you cereal.
I will have, yeah. I will do my best, but no, sorry. Keep going. It was like when you said burgers and mac and cheese, it was like
That tequila hit way harder.
that's so good to me.
But yeah, besides that, I also know how to make a roast dinner. Know how to make jambalaya,
Yeah.
homemade fajitas,
I'm so hungry.
French toast, pancakes.
French
know how to make
pancakes.
fried chicken, roast chicken. Also know how to grill a couple of things, my own steaks. It's come up for a lot of recipes. Main reason I've always wanted to cook is because my mom has cooked like dinner a lot, and I noticed that she really kind of has a hard time of it sometimes. So I just wanted to be able to, take myself off the table, make things a little easier on her, and learn to cook for myself.
I love that.
Right?
I'm pro cook for yourself. Like, dude, learn to cook. Like, it's always been my kind of thing in life is food. I just learned to cook because I like to eat a lot.
That's a real thing.
hmm
No, I was like, and I appreciate that. I think there's a something that's mysterious about people that can cook as an art, and I can't cook as an art.
I've had people tell me I would pay to watch you cook just because it's so like soothing and relaxing or something like that. I don't know. It is.
Yeah, put a little music on when you cook, and
We'll be in the kitchen.
And you got to understand, there for some people it's stressful. Like cooking for me, it's like a science thing, and if I don't follow the instructions perfectly, everything's screwed up and I have to start over. But I live in a household where there's a couple people in here that cook like an art form, kind of like, oh, well, that doesn't make sense. Let's put a little bit more in there, or a little less. Or I know when it's done when I can smell it. I was like, oh, it's not done. And he was like, how do you know? I was like, I just know. I was like, what? There's no timer. How do you do this? There's no timer and temperature, and you still know it's done.
Do you know when spaghetti's done?
No.
Dude, I can do it just by stirring it.
No, see, I know. Sorry. I just know about timing. I was like, if I get the right, I mean, because I buy it out of a box. My wife makes her own pasta from home, but me, I get it out of a box. So if I know the brand, I know how many minutes at what temperature, and that's all I do. I was like,
I honestly think that's a different section of cooking because you're still cooking, and if you know by brand how it cooks, I think that's another like subcategory of cooking, which is great. It's like college kid cooking.
Yeah, but you miss it by a minute, and then you stress out. I'm like, I can't do this. But see, it's not relaxing for me. I do know humans in my life and in my circle that it's an art, and it makes them feel comfortable, and that's how they relax and how they deal with the day. They had a stressful day, so they come home and cook
a meal. Yeah, that's honestly my my detox is meal prepping and cooking.
And it sounds like, Marvin, is that something that, I mean, just like, hey, let's just cook and relax. See, I am not that person.
You're just like, the potatoes you get out in 3 minutes. Yeah.
I was like, if I had a lot of stuff going, not stressful, but just a lot of stuff going on, I'm like, can you please order pizza? I mean, and then they go, well, what do you want on it? I was like, that's too much for me. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Don't ask the hard questions right now.
Yeah, sometimes you do not feel like cooking, sometimes, and you just want to order a pizza as well.
That happened tonight in our house, and usually we do that on Fridays, to be honest. That's kind of our
Pizza Friday.
Chill out. Well, we try and support local on Friday.
Local Friday, right?
That's usually what we try and do, support local on Friday. Oh wow, we could talk about that forever.
We're gonna say that was round two because we have great spin-off stories, and we're gonna say yes.
Seriously, I was like, I really wanted to know the cooking. I can keep
talking about this, yeah.
And I'm glad we got to talk about the gum. That was one of my favorite. I was like, when I saw that on the list, I was like,
you're like eating.
That's seriously everything tingled.
A little
bit. Everything tingled because.
What about the word mug?
Mug? Meh.
Okay.
See, it's the anti-gum.
It's the
So he's like, yep, I'm okay with this.
Anti-gum, I'm into it. Dude, okay,
right.
Round two done.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, which leads directly into boss battle.
Oh my God, you finished round 2, sir.
All right.
That means you leveled up. And you have to take on the boss.
Boss battle.
Plot twist. It's us.
Yeah. I mean,
I wish it was a cooler boss, but you get what you get,
We're pretty damn cool, but we're not very, threatening.
We're like, don't attack us. Anyway.
Let's drink beer together.
It's like, do you want to play a game?
Yeah.
Oh, you can go first. Yeah.
Yeah.
So... these are going to be not harder hitting questions. I mean, I lied earlier. I asked you what was cooler before sliced bread, so but these ones are going to be hopefully more thought provoking, but we'll see. So lead it into it. Hot. What's the one food you could never bring yourself to eat?
The one food I could never bring myself
That's
to eat.
not gum.
Never.
Oh,
Gum is not a
no.
food.
I
Yeah.
actually know
That's
this
like
one.
practicing to eat.
Yeah, you're working the
That's all
muscles.
gum is. It's like I'm
That's
gonna
warm up.
practice to eat.
Eating warm up. Yeah.
It's something my mom described to me once before. She tells me a lot of stories about my grandma, and she mentioned once before the worst dinner she's ever had. My grandma cooked liver before, right?
Yeah.
But she cooked it to the point where it curled on the edges. She didn't put any seasoning on it besides salt and pepper, and she served it with this spinach. And it wasn't like cooked spinach, because spinach, fresh spinach, it could be pretty good. But this is from the can, and it was like boiled, and it was like green
Boiled spinach.
mush. And the way she just described it to me just put me off from ever having liver. It's just
Literally, you
Ugh.
describing that, I want to throw up. That sounds hideous.
exactly.
Like canned spinach, I can't. If it's served on a, if it's that served with a shriveled liver,
Mm.
like you just make it jerky, you know.
Oh. And I like liver. I mean, I have to be very honest. I was like, I like liver, but the way you described it,
it makes it.
have you ever
sound
washed?
cockeyed.
Have you ever washed your wallet with like your Social Security card in it?
I can't say
Yes,
I have.
once
Oh,
before.
what? Wait, hold on.
Well, it wasn't my social security card, it was my debit card, and I
Yeah,
had to get a new one.
But like a paper, something with paper in it, like a paper note or
no.
something like that.
Oh, okay.
Like my Social Security card. This was many years ago. But when the way you described it sounded like eating my wallet with the mashed up old wet.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's all I can envision. The way you described it, I was like, I would
It's
not eat that.
consuming a wallet.
No.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna follow.
unless I'm having a seizure, please do not put that in my mouth.
I'm gonna quick follow this up with how much money would it take for you to eat that?
How much
Oh.
money would it take for me to eat that?
The dried liver on a bed of canned spinach. Which sounds like, even describing it like that, gross.
That's just,
Liver
yeah,
on a bed
I
of
can't do this.
spinach. Even when you say a bed, usually when you say a bed in relating to food, sounds impressive. Here, no.
A bed of soggy anything.
A bed of soggy.
A bed of soggy, like really, and just put anything after that, it's not good.
No.
And I would have to eat the whole thing, I'm betting.
You would not just like a bite, but you would have to have a decent portion.
At least a serving.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have at
Eating
least
the whole thing would be bad. Like, ew.
Has to be worth
Yeah.
12 to 15 grams of protein.
Yeah.
You know.
Liver has a shitload of protein, I'm
Right.
pretty sure. I'm not gonna Google that. I don't want
So how much-
Supposedly, it's
how much
healthy for
money?
you. I don't believe that at all.
I mean, eating your own organs, sure.
But getting to the question, the amount of money it would take for me to eat my grandma's curled up liver served on a bed of mushy canned spinach.
Is it your grandma's liver?
The
Or
way
is
she
it-
prepared
yeah,
it.
Not
the way-
literally her liver.
The way it was kind of worded, I was like, your grandma's liver. Oh my god.
Oh, you just made me old man
my
laugh.
grandma's recipe for liver.
Oh, okay. Just-
To eat my grandma's liver, you'd have to raise the money a bit.
Yeah.
by double. But no, to eat what I
Just double.
described,
yes.
50 million.
Okay.
50 million.
50
That is
million.
my
Fair.
starting price. And if
I'm
I
not gonna
throw up
even-
afterwards, I'm doubling it.
Yeah.
And
I'm
I
not
think that's
gonna
great.
even-
I was
yeah.
like, because I was like, I'm not a big food person. So you guys are food people. So I'm like,
Yes.
I'll consume whatever for
Whatever's in front of you.
$100. Like,
yeah, but-
that's fine.
Ew.
I mean, if it's actually
Scooter,
edible,
please, standards, help.
consumable. I'm not like feces to me is not consumable.
Oh, I wouldn't go up there, but sure.
But I'm just saying there's certain things that are not to me that are
Yeah.
not consumable, and then there's
Yeah.
no price tag on that to me.
So you
No-
wouldn't
no
have
price on poopy?
No.
Fear effect.
But like the liver thing,
They
I was
use
like,
poop on Fear Factor?
drop me $100, I would eat that liver.
Yeah, fear effect. It was-
Scooter.
Yeah, $100.
$100?
Because it's to me, it's not about
$100,
the
that's
money. It was just like I've never eaten anything that awful. Let me try it.
Maybe it tastes like jerky. You don't know.
We don't know.
Okay, well, All right, 50 mil.
50
Doubled,
mil.
doubled if vomit appears.
Yes.
Fair. Okay. Right on.
Oh my God, that's a great question. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Okay, I'm gonna shake the paper in front of the microphone because I do that every episode.
You're welcome, Val.
Just to frustrate my editor. I love you so much, Valerie. All right, would you, Marvin, rather keep your current sleep schedule or hibernate for 3 months and have 9 months of all day 24/7 alertness without being tired?
Easy.
On my current sleep schedule, I tend to stay up until 6 o'clock in the morning anyway. So yeah,
That's when I go to work.
yeah. So I will take that hibernation.
Yeah, 100%. I would like June, July, August. Bye. Like the hottest time of the month. Get out of here. Yes.
I hate summer myself.
It's gross.
So you're just gonna hibernate over the summer?
Yes.
That sounds beautiful.
Oh, see, this dude's got FOMO so bad.
What?
So
What?
hibernating for 3 months, I'd miss out on something. That's the only reason. Yeah, fear of missing out. I've got FOMO bad. So if I there's no way I could make the choice to hibernate for 3 months because something would happen, and
You
I
miss it?
was like, "You're talking about like my favorite musician came through town and I was asleep." That would happen to me. I just feel like that would happen to me, and I'd be like heartbroken. I'm one of those people. It's like I don't think I would do that. I don't think I could hibernate for 3 months and miss out on anything.
I love that we have the differentiation kind of thing.
Serious.
Because
That's
I would
understandable.
be like, fuck summer. I'm not done with it.
I hate summer. I hate it
Yeah.
being when it gets like over 90 degrees. I'm like, why? There's no reason for the world to
what
have.
are you doing, weather?
No.
Stop it. Yeah,
No.
when it I'm a 55 to 60 degrees person. Yes, colder the better. That's what I want. The 90 degrees and above, even like 85 and above. Yeah.
Yeah, see, and I appreciate where you guys are coming from. I just know that it's a personal issue of I would miss out on something. There's 3
FOMO.
months of
I've never
things.
heard of that before. Was it FOMO?
FOMO.
FOMO.
Yeah,
Wait,
fear of
I've
missing
never
out.
heard- I've never heard of
Phobia?
that.
No, it's not really. I mean, it's kind of a there might be a
Not
phobia.
really. I just want to be around everyone.
There might be a phobia of some sort, but it's just FOMO.
Oh, yeah, it's perfectly understandable. 3 months can be like a long time.
Yeah,
for
you miss
anybody.
out. I feel like I'm going to miss out on something. I was like, oh my God. So
Sounds great.
the coolest
I know
thing in the
for a
world
fact
just
that
happened.
I know for a fact I would miss out on something because my sister's probably going to give birth to her second child in
See?
about a month.
See?
So, yeah, I might miss that.
And how many other people that you know like didn't tell you they were pregnant, and then all of a sudden they pop out a few kids when you're hibernating? Like, what just happened?
I'll catch him in a few months.
Or the love
Hello,
of your
welcome
life
to the aunt world.
just passed you by. I was like, man, that could have been my opportunity.
I can 100% assure you, Alex would do the same.
We're just gonna
we're like, we're gonna
unplug
sleep for
for
3 months.
3 months.
Bye.
I wish I could. I mean, I sleep in, but I stay up late also, Marvin. If I could stay up till 6 a.m. With my schedule and my life, I totally would.
I miss
but I can't. I stay up till about 1 or 2 because I was like, I got stuff to do tomorrow. So
I go to bed at 8.
yeah, I have to get up I go to bed about 1 or 2. Get up about between probably about 8 or 9, and then go right into work from here.
Damn it, that
so.
sounds nice. Okay,
But it's still only
Anyway.
6 or 7 hours, realistically, no matter
Yeah.
where you place it. It's still 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah,
Right.
I think I get a solid I aim to go to bed at 8, end up going to bed at 10, waking up at like 4.
Yep. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's still that you still as long as you
That
get those
hodgepodge, yeah.
at least I feel
Solid
like
6. Here we go.
Solid 6 would be
You can work off of
amazing.
6 hours.
Yeah.
Solid 6. That's my nickname. Here we go.
Dude.
Okay. Only refer to me as Solid 6 from here on out, people.
Solid 6.
Hello. Okay. Anyways, this one I actually was really excited to put in here.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah. What story are you most proud of that you've written?
What story that am I most proud of that I've written?
Yes. Written or written. Up to you.
Does it count as a work in progress?
Whips?
Whichever.
Always.
Because I've actually had a couple ideas for a book series that I've wanted to do for, like, I don't know. The ideas floated around in my head for years now.
Oh, dude, if it hasn't been written,
dude,
don't mention it because
yeah.
none of us signed an NDA. So,
oh yeah.
Just
somebody's going to steal your story, Marvin.
Yeah,
Stop
just
it.
say the thing in my brain.
The
is
thing
good.
in my brain that is most proud. But something that I've actually written before.
Mm-hmm.
And I got an idea.
Or even the idea, just don't give away the secret sauce.
But no, this isn't exactly a fantasy book or a book series in general. This is a paper I wrote for college. In my first year at ARC, I was still like in the high school mentality of, I could just get by with like a C and everything. You cannot do that in a college level English course. And I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
So it was getting down to like the last bits of it. I had a D in the course. And we had this final exam where you had to write out this like 3-page paper, right? But I didn't read the book for it at all. So I spent the previous night, all night, reading that book from front to finish. And I stayed awake for like 8 o'clock. And when I actually got there and I wrote that paper, 100% of it. A++ my professor gave me. And I just got to say, yeah, I am immensely proud of that because I worked my ass off.
Yeah.
That's that course. And I did.
And this is the one that you want to actually do something with?
Writing? No. This one was...
But it did get her to pass the class.
Yeah. No, I did pass the class.
That does help.
Yeah.
But it actually gave me a sense of, hey, I could actually do something with writing if I put my mind to it.
See, and if you didn't have all the precursors to that, you may have never had that, hey. Because the hey moments are the moments that drive people in the world, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best. I love it.
Yeah, those points where it's like I may fail at life right now, but I know inside of me I have the tools and I have the know-how to not, right? And I think that's kind of a life experience with anything. So, is that the story that you're most proud of because of that situation? Because you're like, hey, that whole like pull up your bootstraps, and I was like, we got to get some shit done.
Yeah.
Just
honestly
get it done.
Can't say I'm proud of that because I managed to bring myself up from like a failing grade to passing grade. I think I even got like a C+, B- in the class from a D.
Right. I was like, and
Dude,
I think
nice.
And that's a life lesson. And I feel like when it comes to school and when it comes to college and all those things, yes, you get degrees and you finish, but what's that actually doing?
What did you learn from it?
I was like, what life lessons are you actually learning? So those are the real things that you got to take away from those things. And that's badass that you have something that's like, hold on.
Yeah.
I've got the tools.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to kind of muscle through this. Yeah. I know what I'm doing. Let's kick some ass.
Yeah.
I never want to read iRobot again, though.
Yeah.
That was the book I had to read.
The biggest thing about college is not that you're getting, okay, maybe it is that you're getting a degree, but like, it's the life lessons that you kind of learn
it's
from
life
it.
experience.
Oh yeah, 100%, because it just like throws you
Uh-huh.
into literally everything, and it's that's what's.
I remember college, my experience that's very similar, but mine was Othello. I had to write a paper on Iago from Othello, and I hated every moment of it because I felt like this is the most tropey story I've ever read in my life. And this is the dumbest character that everybody knows how it works in the 21st century. but I had to write a paper on it, and I did very well in it, and that was a very similar experience. So that I appreciate that. I've never iRobot, as a book.
iRobot.
As a
And I
book.
had this,
It's
the
a hard
book.
time, yeah.
and I
Yeah.
had to read almost the entire thing
I like how you said
in
almost.
one night.
Almost.
Oh,
No, he read the
almost.
first chapter, the beginning of the
On-
semester, and then it was like shit.
Honestly,
Yeah.
like every book in college, I only read about like.
Right. It was like they have those cliff notes everywhere.
Uh,
No, dude, that's amazing. So
I love it.
I love that you turned it around into being something that was a life experience than just a cool piece of work that you've written.
Love it.
That was actually pretty dope. So
Of course, I still got the other ideas in my head, but they're gonna
Yeah,
stay in my
yeah,
head
Yes.
for now.
You're
Yep.
gonna keep that.
I'll
yeah.
sign an NDA at any time if you want to discuss that. So,
Dude,
Rysa, where
so-
we at?
On that iRobot comment, you be done and you beat the boss battle.
All right.
We are at that moment that
Yeah.
you took on all the levels. You beat us, which is really not that hard to do. At least this
Yeah,
guy over here.
Like, okay, we're gonna say it's not that hard, and please tell everybody that it
And then it's
was.
super hard.
Please, please
But-
tell them that this is the most difficult thing.
I mean, you guys made me think at least a little
We had
bit,
to
so
think
you
about
gotta give yourself
bread.
some props.
Yeah, so there
props.
you go.
Well,
Yeah.
if I could
Red Sox.
reach my back like you can, I would pat it, but I
Yeah.
can't do that exercise. So, thank you so much for coming, dude. So,
Yeah.
you have
Hey, no
beat
problem.
the boss battle. You have taken us on. So, what does he win? Like, a
You
bunch of
have a bunch of toast. No, that would actually be a good prize though.
Oh.
You've unlocked humble brag, so you can literally talk about whatever you kind of want to talk about right
This is
now.
where, yeah,
Floor is
Marvin.
yours, man.
If you want to plug something, minus the NDA, minus the us stealing all your crap, if you want to plug anything that you're up to right now or you're proud of, you're excited about, go ahead, and this is your moment to shine. So, what have you been up to? I mean, give us a few moments, tell us about the stuff you've been involved in over the last 6 months, year, or whatever.
Stuff I've been involved in. Well, one thing I'm currently doing is writing up the next adventure for a Tuesday show.
What?
And I've got to say, yeah, DMing for the longest time has just been kind of iffy on me, you know? It's like, I do prefer being a player more than a DM, game master, but it's a nice experience, making your own stories, actually getting out there here and just, guiding along people. It's honestly pretty good.
Yeah, so as
And
I just want to reiterate for we do have listeners that have no idea what those acronyms mean. So,
Yeah.
Marvin,
bad.
we are together in an RPG role-playing game community where we play like Dungeons and Dragons, that type of genre.
Tabletop games.
Yeah, we roll characters and we play them. He's been part of that for many years here in Sacramento, and he's also been part of our show on Tuesday nights as a player. So he pretends to be a character and plays on there. But now he has taken on the role last week and this upcoming week to be a master of the game. So he gets to make all the choices and gets to kind of create the world behind all this stuff. So he has stepped up to the plate, and it's been badass, honestly.
You say he gets to make all the choices, but I feel like he gets to make the story and the players make the choices.
Oh, they can make
The player-
choices.
Yeah.
The players are the worst part about being a DM.
You gotta love them, but it's the same thing with any role-playing game. If you make a story and you put it in front of players, it's not going to go to the story. It's like
No.
no battle plan survives the enemy, or in this
Worst
case,
part.
your players.
Yes, and I think Marvin has really done that role serious justice, and I've been waiting for him to be a game master on our live streams, and we got to live it. So thank you so much for doing that. And seriously, if you want to check out, this is a live stream. So if you want to go back and a podcast, So if you're listening to a podcast
A live
or on the live
podcast.
stream, whatever, go to any of the social medias that we have that have broadcasts on it, and you will find his story on there when it comes to wherever you're watching this. Realistically, if you're watching this, or you will find it streaming on there. If you're listening to this on a podcast, make sure and go to anything that live streams realistically besides Instagram, because that's a whole nother beast. But if you go to even timetotabletop.com, if you end up going to twitter.com/timetotabletop, it's right there. If you go to twitch.tv/timetotabletop, you'll find Marvin's face there and his stories. Facebook, we're on all those stupid things.
We're everywhere, kind of. But yes.
You will see his face, and you'll see his face for the last 3 years on there. But over the last couple weeks, you will see him.
You'll see his face a little more.
A little bit more in the driver's seat.
Yeah, he going beep beep.
Beep beep, yeah.
Beep beep. I'm driving.
So
this is my train now.
Yeah,
it is
totally my train.
You've got it. You could take it. You could take the reins as long as you want, sir. So here we go. That's it. You beat the boss.
Yeah.
You got to talk about yourself.
Hey, we learned stuff about you.
We are looking.
We learned stuff about us.
Yeah, we will be looking out for your next novel. That will probably be a cookbook
How to cook
on
roast
bread.
50 different ways. Oh yeah.
and
how to cook roast 50 different ways and bread.
And maybe
just
a good
slather it in onion gravy mix, and you're good.
And a little bit of liver. No.
No.
Seriously, man. It's been an
you.
honor. It's been an honor to have you.
Yeah, it's been great being here.
I'm so glad after, 2 years? Whoops.
We've been trying to
been
get
a couple
this
years.
for a while.
But you know what?
Just a moment. No big deal.
But thank you so much, man. It's been an honor. We will talk off the dice soon with everybody else out there. So you want to take us out, Rysa, on anything? Or are we good?
Thank you for Campus Brewing, Tilted Mash, even Captain Morgan, Screwball, and
all our non-sponsors.
All our non-sponsors. Maybe sponsored if you want.
Hey, if you want to, we're here.
We're open.
We love you though. We'll always drink.
We're sponsor hoes. We don't care.
Ooh, in the name of sponsor hoes. Thank you for talking off the dice.
Talk off the dice.
Hey, thank you for being here, Marvin.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Adios, people. Stay safe out there.
Drink Something, Say Something is the podcast for those of you who are tired of other beer podcasts. Tired of the jargon, tired of all the rigmarole. We're going to bring on brewers, bartenders, and everything in between to talk about anything and everything from beer to the rest of the universe. Come crack one open with us every other Thursday.